No. All right. Welcome, everyone, to episode 18 of the One Last Year podcast. And today we're joined by special guest Thomas Casey, everyone. Thomas, you've been mentioned a lot on this podcast. I'm going to be 100% real. I think every single episode since school has started, we've mentioned you at some point. Because you're
Oh,
Such an iconic personality.
you're
Hunter.
such a
wow.
I think like last week, right? Like we were talking about how at Film on the Field, you were getting quite angry at Jacob.
What? I was getting angry at Jacob.
Oh, right.
I forgot.
I was saying that you weren't really clapping, or that the people weren't clapping.
No,
Dude, I thought you were avid viewer. Never
You were
mind.
avid.
We shouldn't even have you on. It's not fair.
Jacob. No,
Bro.
Thomas. It was a whole story where you were like clapping.
okay,
and
can we restart? Like that was so bad, Jacob. What the fuck?
Dude,
I gave you the easiest layup imaginable for a first talking point, and you didn't take it.
what did I say?
Bro, I was like,
What was I supposed to say?
I was like,
What did I do?
I was like, like last week, Jacob was talking about how, Thomas, you were getting quite angry with him at Film on the Field. And then I was like, so expecting you to be like, oh, yeah. And like to bring it up. And you were just like, yep.
You passed the ball to me. You expected me to shoot, and I passed it on to Thomas.
I had to, and then you dropped it, and I had to try to pick it up.
Thomas dropped it.
You dropped it. You did.
Because you didn't watch last
Bro,
Bro,
episode.
the ball fell at your feet and you stared at it for
Mandatory
10
viewing.
seconds before picking it up and passing it.
This is good content. Keep this in the episode.
Oh
No
my
restarting.
god.
We're going right now.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Episode 18, Thomas Casey guest. Hi, Thomas. How are you today?
Hi.
Man, how has your day
doing
been
great.
on this day?
I'm doing fan-freaking-tastic.
Man, that was our worst intro ever, I think. Let's keep it in. Yeah, we're just going with it. So let's think. Today we had senior pictures today. Thomas, did you get your picture taken? You got it yesterday, correct?
I got it yesterday, yeah.
Were you all dressed up? What'd you get dressed up in?
I just took in a random hoodie I have in my closet.
You're supposed to get all dressed up nice for that.
Well, every year I usually just wear a t-shirt, so I think that's more dressed up than I've ever been.
Ooh, that is true. That's good.
Gotta keep it on theme too.
Dude, I got dressed up in my like button up, and then I went to school like at 8:10 during my off block, took a picture, and then went back home and changed out of it immediately. I did not want to wear that. Ian, did you end up getting your picture taken? Because you walked into school during lunch today and didn't know it was picture day.
Dude, they don't tell me anything, bro. I swear to God, I didn't know picture day was going on for like how long was it going on for? Like 3 days?
2 days.
2 days. I didn't know what was happening, dude.
Well, I mean, the people were set up in the commons all day. Today.
I was like, I wonder when they're gonna call in the seniors for picture day.
You just go in and take it whenever.
I didn't know seniors had like that much aura.
All right.
Are they doing
Well,
retake?
how else are they going to get everybody in there?
Like the way they do
Or is that
every
just
other
they do?
previous year, where they like call by name. It's like, senior's name A through D, please come to the commons.
What about
Yeah, I
kids
just
with
like
Well, then if you had like an off block, second block, and your name got
Yeah.
called, you wouldn't be at school.
That's
Exactly.
the worst
That's
off
the
block to
thing.
have.
I just went during one of my
Hey.
classes.
Put
Yeah.
some
Yeah,
respect.
somebody did that in my second block. They're like, hey, can I go take my picture? She had to like convince the dude for like 5 minutes before he let her go.
Was it a sub?
It was a sub.
Oh yeah.
What's your second block?
Sociology with Miss Hess.
Oh,
So,
W.
did you end up getting your picture taken?
Yes, I did actually.
Did you
I killed
change
it.
it all, or were you just wearing like your hoodie? Or
I just chose to wear the hoodie.
Mm.
Mhm.
Dude,
You
if they're doing
did not want
retakes,
to
I
see
might,
what shirt I was wearing underneath that hoodie.
might what, Jacob?
I might just go back and get what I think if they're doing retakes, I might just go back and wear not a full white button up and tie.
Is that what you
Because
wore?
I'm gonna look like Charlie Silver. That's why I wore because I didn't have much time to plan, and I'm scared I'm gonna look like Charlie Silver being the only one
I was
dressed up.
saying there are no
But
retakes.
I never said that. I said that like they were wrapping up today, so you should probably get it taken.
Who told me there were no retakes? I
Now me?
think it was
I
Lepley.
don't think anybody told you that. I don't think Lepley told you that, Ian.
Yes, he did. I swear to God. He's like, Ian, there's no retakes. You gotta take a picture now. And I was like,
I'm gonna guess there's retakes at some point. Like I
There's not.
highly doubt there's always been
There has
retakes.
I always thought that you could send in your senior picture and like that would be in the yearbook.
No,
but
I mean,
think
I
that
know.
was
No,
There,
that's
taken.
every
think-
other high school.
I think
Yeah,
think
it's
last
actually
year
the
what they did is they had seniors send in like baby photos of themselves because I remember there being
Well,
a
that's for the
section-
grad ad.
That was a separate section.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not for just. That's not for regular pictures.
Yeah,
That was a cute baby.
How do you get a grad ad? You have to pay for it or just be cool? Just
Yeah,
be
you have to pay
popular?
for it.
Oh, I'm paying
what is
for
a grad
that.
ad? I'm sorry, I don't know what that is.
It's like
Yeah.
where your parents send in a picture of
pictures,
like
yeah.
yourself when you were younger, and then like a hi, blah blah blah. We're so proud of you, and we hope that you have a great time at college.
And then it just gets
People
put in the
pay for
yearbook.
that?
Mm-hmm.
I would never. That
I mean, you can
sounds.
say whatever you want, I guess.
Are you guys
Just
gonna
has
pay
to
for
pass
the
yearbook.
$200-something ring for graduation?
Hell no.
I want to so bad.
Dude,
Are you kidding me?
didn't you post on your story you already got one?
Me?
Who
No.
knows?
You're the best consumer ever, Ian.
What I
No,
did?
dude.
Because that was
People sell me things I just can't help but buy them.
What?
No, the thing I never showed this off. I don't think we talked
Explain it
about
more.
this. How when we had
Is
our
that for free?
when we were at the assembly, like the senior meeting, about like getting our graduation like attire, they asked for like a volunteer, and I raised my hand and I came up, and they gave me this tassel for free, the 25 one
Oh.
with bedazzled jewels. It's not the ring; it's just the tassel.
But I want
Yeah,
the
I was
ring.
gone on that day, and I was worried that everybody got that, and I just wasn't gonna have the
No, it
tassel.
was just me. I just
Like,
have.
maybe
I-
I'm just gonna be a rule breaker.
Yeah, we
They didn't
all
give
had a
anything else
voucher
out, though, they
Sawyer
just
to
shipped
just
information.
jump up there.
No, they gave out like some T-shirts to like other random volunteers, but not like the grad equipment.
They weren't even random volunteers. They like had them pre-picked.
I don't know if they were
Yeah.
pre-picked. They probably just picked them like before everyone had gotten sit down.
Yeah, and they were sitting up front too. So
No, but like she had like a whole story on how she knew those kids.
Yeah, I guess maybe I don't know. That was a while ago. No, that was like 2 weeks.
Oh my god, it was.
Yeah, I don't remember that. God, Ian.
Yeah.
Bringing up some.
Thomas,
Stuff
weren't
from
you
years
weren't you
ago.
by me when that happened? That was when Declan had like cheeseburgers in his pocket or something.
What?
Declan always has cheeseburgers in his pocket, so it's not.
Last year, Anthony was like known for having Chick-fil-A in his bag at like all times.
It's because he bought like 10 Chick-fil-A sandwiches and just eat them throughout the day.
Yeah.
David,
Because-
my goodness.
I gotta try that one.
David, didn't
He's the reason we don't
Baxter-
have Chick-fil-A this year.
Didn't Baxter at one point have like a bunch of Chick-fil-A sauce in his locker?
yeah, so his mom does the like food for concessions, and last year when we had Chick-fil-A, she had a bunch of sauce that they wouldn't give out at lunch, so she just like kept it for like football games and basketball games, and then she had a lot, so she gave one to her son Baxter, and I knew his locker combo. So even when he would go eat lunch with his girlfriend, I would still get into his locker and get Chick-fil-A sauce.
Yummer.
Yeah.
What a
It was
deal.
actually pretty nasty at the end of the year because it had been in a locker for over 100 some days.
Yeah.
But I still ate
Is that
it,
stuff
and I'm still
supposed to be
here.
refrigerated, or is it just?
I
a
don't
room
know.
temperature?
It just got kind of chunky, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Ew.
curdled.
I wouldn't say curdled. I'd just say
Alright.
like, yeah, we can leave it there.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
So before we continue on with Thomas, I think we should continue discussing last week's topic. Because last week we were talking about homecoming the whole episode, and that was recorded Thursday night. So since then, things have wrapped up. The pep assembly happened, the coronation happened, and the dance happened. So I think we should talk a little bit about all three of those things. So the pep assembly went down. We sort of talked about what would happen in it beforehand. I think we should start with, well, Thomas, where were you at during the pep assembly? Who were you with?
I was with Anthony, Owen, Declan, like all those goons.
Yeah, I remember seeing you sit down and you all started like beckoning me to come up. And I was like, no, I can't do it. I was really thinking about it. I was like, oh man, I could totally just run up there really fast.
Did you
But
hear our cheering for you?
no, you guys were up in the corner, so I couldn't hear much. And I was
Thomas.
right next to like the band, so just in my ear there was drums. Aiden Ryan was going crazy.
Oh yeah.
We were all screaming for you.
Yeah.
And Ian.
So yeah, the pep assembly started, and the court members, so David and I, we each had our individual walkouts where we like just ran out onto the gym. They announced our name. I'm gonna be real, I was more nervous for that than I was our actual skit.
Dude, I didn't hear my music when we were running out. So me and my partner start running out, and I don't know if my music's playing or not. I asked people afterwards if the music was playing. They're like, "Yeah, something was playing," but I never heard it. So I was just running around, just throwing out candy, but I didn't know when to stop or when to start. It was kind of freaky.
Bro, but
Yeah,
David,
sorry, during your walkout, you didn't bribe them with it. You didn't give them any candy. You just kind of walked out and sat in your chairs.
yeah, well, we gave out candy during our skit.
Oh yeah.
Dude, David
It's the
gained so
aura,
much
dude.
aura when he like the entire band like erupted for him at like when he
Dude,
played.
I just went in front of the band. Well, I told the band beforehand, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna run over here. I'm gonna stick my hand like straight. I'm gonna point at you guys, and you guys better go crazy. And that's exactly what I did. And
Dude,
they went
wait.
crazy.
During Ellie's walkout, didn't like her candy bag rip and like it all spilled on the floor?
Yeah. So we did like a pass. Like I started on the underclassmen side. She started on the upperclassmen side, and she had forgotten to bring candy. So we took half of my Jolly Rancher bag, found a random like shopping bag on the ground, took it, poured half the Jolly Ranchers into that bag, and while we were crossing halfway over, her bag ripped and it just kind of went everywhere. So that was
That's unfortunate.
good.
I thought that was intentional. She
No.
showered like the front 3 rows with candy.
Yeah, no,
I
no,
was-
yeah,
and I was-
that
I
was
was
not on
very-
purpose.
She definitely secured those kids' votes.
was mad.
Yeah.
David, dude, I had to
Oh, yeah.
clean up. I had to clean up after the dance, or yeah, the dance thing.
Yeah.
So
How many
I,
Jolly Ranchers did you pick up?
oh my god, I'm actually ate one of your Jolly Ranchers last night because I took some of the like unopened ones
Oh.
home.
Yeah. Let's go.
You had to have taken a lot if you were like still scoffing them down.
There was probably a good like 30, 40 Jolly Ranchers just sitting on that ground.
Oh yeah, there definitely was. I was like kicking them at my feet.
Yeah, actually, I threw some of them away because I just didn't want to eat all of them.
Then afterwards, Ian had his little football dance with the Gold Dusters, right? And
Yes,
I was
I
getting
did.
pretty crazy. Do you have fun doing that, Ian?
That was actually way more fun than I thought it'd be. I had a great time.
Thomas, you were recording that, weren't you?
Okay,
Anthony was.
It was Anthony. It's funny rewatching the video. It was like I got Thomas, Anthony, and Declan's commentary on my dance. It was like live commentary.
Oh shit. Well, I don't know what I said about it, so
You don't remember anything you said?
nope.
Dude, every time me and like my partner would like touch at all, you'd be like, "Oh, I saw that. Video proof, Ian Chandler, you know what you did."
Well,
Oh, man.
that sounds right. So
When I first walk out there, I can hear you scream, "Ian Chandler, you're so sexy."
I gotta
oh
ask.
yeah,
I gotta
that
ask
happened.
Thomas. What'd you think of Paul Blart? Because you were at Film on the Field with us, of course.
It was Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. There's like no words to say about it. It's such a mid movie.
It just happens. Like, you know, you're watching a movie and like you don't even think about what's going on. It's just stuff happening on screen.
Just
I
like
had to look up the
flashing colors.
Wikipedia. Dude, I had to look up the Wikipedia to figure out who the bad guy was because I didn't understand what was going on.
Dude, there were so many
Was not
That was
characters.
the end of the
guy?
movie too.
Yeah.
There's a villain in Paul Blart Mall Cop 2.
Yeah.
It's a mall robber.
Oh, is that
Oh,
is
it's
that
the guy
also
that tried to steal Van Gogh's painting, right?
Oh, that's not
Yeah.
good.
It was.
It's a fake painting. or
Spoilers for
something.
Paul Blart 2 in case
Oh.
anyone
Sorry.
will look meaning to
I-
watch that movie from a
I know
different.
everyone's just like begging for Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 right now.
We
But
gotta put a disclaimer in this video. It's titled.
back to the pep assembly. Then the skits happened. The court skits.
Mhm.
That's what everyone was there for. Man, I don't really know where to start with those. David, your skit.
Yeah.
How was it? How was it? How do you think it went?
Well, the crowd didn't get as hype as I wanted it to at the beginning. Like we started at the top of the staircases in like the gym, so where everyone was sitting. And I start and I'm talking at the crowd, and then our music starts, our skit starts, and I start walking down, and I'm like, "Come on, guys, give me high fives!" And all the sophomores are just giving me the nastiest side eye. I'm like, "Can I at least get a high five, guys?" Like none of them want anything to do with me. They're super
Eliana got high
silent. Yeah,
Do you
well,
expect
you know
anything
what?
from other
She also had the senior section, so she had a little bit more to work with.
Yeah, because
But-
I remember at the start of your skit, like Ellie was at the top of the seniors, right? So when she was walking down
Mhm.
the stairs, all the seniors were like, "Yeah!" and we're giving her high fives and
Uh-huh.
whatnot. I remember looking over at you, and there was a point where I swear to God, I saw you like begging one of them for a high five. You were like, "Come on, come on,
I
please."
was, dude. I literally, he looked at, I talked to him for like a solid 10 seconds. I'm like, dude, come on, give me a high five. He just looked at me, and eventually, I think I just like patted him on the shoulder and left. Like, and
Oh
I
my
got to the bottom, and I got there much later than Ellie because she had gone really quick on her side.
You were begging for a
And
high five.
I was begging, and yeah, I if I had more candy, they probably would have given me high fives, but it's whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah, we get to the center, we do our handshake, um, which we had to like change part of it because at the end we were supposed to do like a dap up then a salute, but she hurt her like fingernail or something, so she couldn't do the dap up or else her nail would rip off. So it was more of just like a high five in this. It wasn't clean.
Was that something that like was like live planned like while you were doing the handshake, or did you like talk about it before?
I mean, we talked about that part before, and it wasn't that different, but it messed me up a little bit mentally. And then we went into the worm, and I don't know how to worm, so I kind of just flopped on the ground for I don't know 5-10 seconds.
Yeah.
Your worm
And
was
then
I thought it was good.
You thought my worm was good? I haven't. I have a
I thought
video
your
of
whole
it.
performance you're describing your whole performance. I think I took it entirely different. You were at the top of the sophomore section walking down. I
Uh,
saw them not giving you handshakes, high fives. I thought it was because they were starstruck at seeing you,
right,
and they were just,
right.
a loss for words.
Mhm.
And you got down there way later. I was like, "Oh, they must have been pulling him back. They want him to
Yeah,
stay so long." And
yeah.
then
David, please come
That
I
back.
didn't see the high five, yeah.
that's definitely what happened. But then we get done with the worm and we run around with our signs that we're telling people to turn on the lights, which they did. They turned on their flashlights, and that was really cool. And I got some cool pictures
Sweet.
of because
I
then
Oh, yeah,
forgot
dude.
about that part of the skit. It was honestly
Dude,
probably one of the
that
coolest
was
moments
so
of
good. Like,
memory.
there's a picture. I mean, you posted it of like you and Ellie, and like the lights are in the
uh
background. Like, it just goes so hard. Hold
yeah,
on, let me see.
it does go really
It's actually
hard.
weirdly beautiful when a bunch of high
Yeah,
schoolers
here
with
it
their phone
is,
flashlights out.
That's the only part I
Yeah,
remember, honestly.
bro.
Yeah,
That
I
that
feel like
was
yeah.
they
I
should
remember
have
Well,
nothing else.
they should
well,
have
that's
turned off
kind of
more lights.
that's what we had planned like before we went to like skit practices because we had just planned on doing like the last dance with the lights off and then people turn on their flashlights and then we had to fill in like another 40 seconds because everyone else's skit was like way longer than ours, which our skit was still the shortest, which I'm fine with honestly because that's just less time I have to be out there. um but then we did the choreographed dance and we got on the wrong side of each other.
Mhm.
um but besides that, that was kind of it.
I think people really liked yours. Yours was really good.
I
Yeah,
liked
I've gotten lots of compliments about it. I think it's because it was short.
it.
It didn't drag. There was no
It
point
was
of
less
it
to
that it
remember.
dragged. Well, there was no point of ours that like we were just standing around doing nothing. Unlike some other people's skits where it was like they're waiting to get to their next part.
Mhm.
So
Hmm.
that was good. And then
That's
I
cool.
threw my gold chains into the band section.
Oh my god, I wanted a chain so bad.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
That game.
dude. And then after
David,
that,
were you rizzing the whole time while planning this skit? Were you spitting game?
what are
I was.
you talking about?
What do you mean? Was I spitting
What are you
game?
talking about?
Were you rizzing with Eliana?
She has a boyfriend, Chet.
Don't let that
God,
Don't let that
Ian,
Ian.
stop you, Zach.
shut up.
Ian.
Dude,
This is a
Dude,
professional.
my friends are like, "Are you trying to get with her?" I'm like, "Dude, she has a boyfriend." And no, I'm not trying to get with her.
Are you just saying that because you've been talking to all sorts of girls lately? Sorry to
Exactly.
air out your business like that, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
bro, no. I
Ian's
don't even know any women.
Ian's kind of turning into a little heartbreaker recently, actually.
Oh yeah, he is. Yeah.
I don't think we should talk about that on the podcast.
All right,
It's
yeah, well,
not, it's not.
yeah. You're right, Ian. You're right.
That's not fun to
You know,
talk about.
Ian knows where to draw the line. Everybody.
there we go.
Oh man. Okay, so
um.
after that
Yeah.
happened, was my skit with Livy, and I think it was pretty lit, dude. I was freaking out beforehand because the lightsabers she ordered, like there was like it was so weird to figure out because like there were like multiple settings and it was like at one point stuck on a setting where it just switched color every time I moved. And I eventually got it to stick on the red, and the red on my lightsaber was like so bad compared to the other colors for some reason. It was like practically still white. It looked like it was turned off. But we walked out there and we started pacing, and like David said, the music was so hard to hear. I don't know what they mean when they say that we got a better speaker set. It sounds exactly the same.
It sounds worse.
Sounded good from the risers.
Yeah.
It was
It's
pretty
like-
audible. I mean,
it's
yeah,
not
because like in
I could-
previous years,
I could hear
really
it better on
bad.
the floor than I can in like the very top of the band section.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Well,
still pretty quiet.
no, yeah, I think it's good.
yeah, our music started, and like again, I couldn't really hear it, so we didn't really know where to start. And like our whole thing was the choreographed lightsaber fight, which I think in terms of like longevity of anything, like the lightsaber fight was the longest lasting bit in any of the skits, because a lot of
Yeah.
the skits are like switching between things a bunch. Well, we did that for like a minute and 15 seconds straight.
It was heat though. The whole lightsaber battle was like fire to watch.
Dude, it was actually
Wow.
so well choreographed.
Dude, we were getting so hyped at the end.
Dude, all like the force parts that
were,
you did was honestly so cool.
Dude, the way the audience got so loud when like she kicked me to my knee and I like held my hand out and froze her in place.
Yeah.
I was getting so scared though, because when the crowd was getting loud during that part, I straight up couldn't hear the music, and the whole choreography of it was like based on the music. So I'm like, oh geez, I'm gonna forget what the timings are. Cause like there was like the bit where I like pull her down was like to the music, but I couldn't even hear it, so I had to like guess.
Mhm.
Thomas, what
But-
what did you all think in the crowd, in the audience? Of the
Everyone fucking loved it. It was like raving back there. Everyone was like clapping. I just remember Declan screaming like, "Get her! Get the woman!"
So there was someone I was standing next to who was like, "Oh my god, Sora thinks he's the main character."
Bro, I
And you were-
lost.
Cause you had, I know, but you had like all like the cool force moments and stuff. They're like, "Oh my god, he thinks he's the main character," and then you died, and he was like, "Oh, never mind."
I mean, there was
Oh,
like
you died and you like laid on the floor for 30 seconds.
I know, because I remember when I was watching you.
I wasn't sure you were gonna get up.
I was watching you practice for your skit, and I saw you land on the floor for like a really long time. I was like, "Is that going to be in the final skit? Is he just going to chill there for a while?"
yeah, because like she's like running around throwing candy afterwards in like her tiger onesie, and it's like I feel like it'd be pretty weird if I was just like standing there, just like waiting in the middle. Like I don't know if you could see me. I watched like a video myself. Like while I was laying on the ground, I don't know if you could tell from how far away you are, but I was like fiddling with the strings on the cloak. Like, all right, let me just get ready to take this off, because we had like a shoelace around our
Yeah.
waist too to make it. come up.
Honestly, that was like one of the funniest part watching you try to get that off.
I was like, all right,
I was like,
let me
not really dead.
just
what's
take
this?
let me just take this off real quick. All right. And then we went in the middle and did like that little handshake. That was her idea. I mean, honestly, the entire skit was her idea. I choreographed the fighting part of it, but like
okay,
the
but
whole,
she thought of like the Star Wars part though.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I was the one who came up with like me losing the fight. A lot of people were like coming up to me and be like, "Sawyer, why'd you lose?" I'm like, "Bro, it was scripted.
Should have tried harder, Sawyer.
Or
Oh
you
my
should have
God.
won." My bad. I should have just like went off script and like actually hit her or something.
That'd be crazy.
That would have been crazy. What a crazy moment.
That would have been epic.
Yeah, dude. Wait.
Zero complaints with that.
So it felt like you guys didn't know what to do after the Star Wars bit. Like you guys just threw something in there at the end, the jungle thing.
I don't know. I mean, I thought it was cool, like the little handshake at the end.
The
Yeah, I
handshake
didn't
was
expect that.
It was a good closer, I think.
Oh no, I didn't. I forgot everything after.
Oh, Jacob like was loopy, I guess.
Oh,
All I
What?
remember was a Star Wars.
You
part.
forgot-
I don't
you
know,
forgot the whole
just
Pepsi
messing
thing?
that.
I don't know. I remember you landed on the
Wow.
ground.
a long
I
episode.
didn't know if that was part of the skit or not.
And the band didn't do much. They got left out of all the activities this pep assembly.
No, we were supposed to play other songs, and then we did. Because it
Didn't
was
they
like
play
yeah.
Not Like Us?
Didn't you guys play Hot to Go?
That was in Avon.
That was at the middle school pep assembly.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
We were supposed to.
Can we talk
We
about
were
the middle
supposed
school
to
pep
play it,
assembly
but then
really
we didn't
quick?
have time.
What happened in the
We
middle?
should talk
school?
about the middle school pep assembly.
Who
Yes.
was at the middle school one?
Not me.
Not everybody but Sawyer,
And Thomas.
because David was in the band there.
I
Okay.
wasn't there.
Yeah.
I didn't, because we were behind the curtain for the Hot to Go part. How did that go?
Fine.
I mean, we've been playing at the
That's-
football games too, so
Yeah,
it's
it's hot.
fine. I
That's
mean,
a pretty easy
it's
song.
not great.
It's a pop song.
Yeah, I just didn't know how the crowd was doing.
Were the middle schoolers as like cooperative as the high schoolers? I'm gonna guess not.
I don't
What's that
know.
mean?
Well, like I heard from some people who were
They-
at the middle school pep assembly that like they weren't as hype.
They were louder, actually. I thought, at least for
Really?
our part.
The middle school is kind of harder too because they're not all in the risers and the bleachers. Half of them are on the floor, just laying out, covering the gym. So
Yeah.
it's like there's less of a boundary.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
I was behind a curtain the whole time though.
well, you guys played behind the curtain.
No, they moved the curtain for when we were playing, but that was like
Okay.
30 seconds of the
Were
whole
the kids
performance.
doing like the HOT thing? You know what I'm talking about?
HOTTOGO.
I don't think so. I don't know.
You were
Well, they were.
playing.
That's
I don't know. I was just
surprising.
watching the conductor.
But no, because there's a part in the football player dance that you guys, I'm sure you guys know the Tyler part, where we have to like shake our ass.
Yeah,
Doing that in front of the middle
You gotta
school,
do
I
that.
felt like essentially, I felt like a pedophile.
I
bro.
remember seeing Ian shake his
I
ass.
was.
It was
Yeah,
such
I
a
was.
mystical
I was thinking
experience.
about that.
Yeah, when we were shaking our ass, so the entire like middle school erupts in like cheer and laughter. They were like louder than the high school was.
Oh, I
Hey,
was
I was
cheering
pretty
for that
loud when
ass,
you were
man.
shaking that ass too,
I thought you
Ian.
guys
I
were
just
you
wanna
weren't
let
as
you
loud as
know.
the little seventh graders.
Dude,
I guarantee you, I was. I promise you.
David, some people blame the us court members for everyone leaving the pep assembly early.
Why?
People left
Okay, so
early.
basically the pep assembly, when everyone started like getting up out of their seats to leave, right? It was still like 3:22, and they actually had one last thing they were going to announce. They were going to get on the microphone and be like, "Hey everyone, here, check your emails to vote for homecoming king and queen."
Yeah.
But the thing
Sure.
is, like the reason some of them blame us is because the pep assembly ended with the roller coaster, and like you all probably saw, like the court members, all 10 of us got up and ran to join the seniors doing that, right?
Yeah, I saw that.
So I guess because after the roller coaster was done and we all started like running towards the exit, like us court members, because that's where our stuff was.
Oh.
A lot of people probably like started following us, so that's why people left early.
Dang, dude. I didn't even realize that because I was kind of shocked. I was like, "Oh, well, we're done now. Okay, we're not even gonna know who won."
Oh yeah, well, they didn't even
Oh,
say who
yeah.
won, did they?
No, I was like, "Oh, okay, I guess we're leaving."
Well, do you win roller coaster? I thought that was just like the
No,
spirit.
they pick a winner.
Seniors
It's
won.
usually
We
always
won the little chant
seniors.
thing.
Yeah, we did
It's
win that.
always seniors.
No,
yeah.
no, not last time. Last time it was the juniors that won.
Yeah, last thing
What
because
the hell?
there were no seniors at the assembly.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, it was the first assembly. Everybody was like, I can skip this now.
Show up to the pep assemblies,
Right,
guys.
fine.
Yeah.
I did.
Thank you, Thomas.
Thank you, Thomas. We appreciate
You're welcome.
that. And then later that night was the coronation and the football game, but the coronation. And all right, spoiler warning, I won. Dude. All right, David. All right, David's salty that he lost. David.
You wanted Sora to win.
I told people to vote for Sawyer.
All right, here's the ridiculous thing about it though, is that like the coronation was in between the JV and varsity game, and us court members were told to be there at 5:30. We showed up at the school at 5:30. The JV game was still in second quarter. They weren't even at halftime yet. And that game, why'd that game last so long? How many flags were thrown?
Oh my
Lewis
god,
is
it
your
was
fault.
nasty.
It's all Ian's fault.
Yeah, because all the varsity players were in the weight room, like watching the game. We're like, is this game gonna end soon? We want to go out there and play.
Like I remember a point during fourth quarter, I like looked up at the scoreboard and it said 10 minutes left on the clock, fourth quarter. I'm like, all right, 10 minutes left on the clock. There's not that much time. So I like started rummaging around, talking to different people. I checked my phone. 10 minutes have passed since I checked the scoreboard. All right, let me check the scoreboard again. 9
Okay.
minutes left on the clock.
That's not how football works.
What are we doing?
Sawyer.
What do you mean?
Hmm?
What do you mean that's not how football works? They weren't.
Think foot-
They kept stopping
Brother,
the
you think
clock.
football games are 1 hour or 40 minutes?
No, I
No
know
shit,
that.
they stopped the clock. It's football.
Okay, yeah, but the clock only went by 1 minute over the course of 10 real life minutes. That is not normal.
Yeah,
Ian, help me out here. That is not normal. That is longer than it should be.
that's definitely longer than it should be. There must have been hella flags. I wasn't really
Oh
paying that.
Jesus!
They were also like converting a lot of first downs, and doesn't that stop the clock?
I don't know because it doesn't do that in the pros, but I think it does it in.
I think. Well,
high
it was
school.
freshmen, right?
It was Yeah, it was freshman.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, because
That-
they
that
almost
sounds
they were
like it.
talking about that happening in our game, but I didn't like know that was a thing that happened.
I don't think it happens in
Yeah, because
varsity.
like
At
it,
least
it
I haven't
happened
noticed it.
during. We'll talk. I'm sure we'll talk about Linmar's little thing later. So we'll just wait.
All right.
Alright.
So,
So what happened at
I think
coronation?
my dad's calling me. I don't want to answer.
Your dad
oh,
Yeah.
is someone in trouble.
Well, it's his birthday and I forgot. So,
oh no.
Oh no.
dude, he broke his phone. I can't even talk to him. It's not my fault.
All right, everyone together now. Say happy birthday, Thomas's dad. 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday,
Happy
Thomas.
birthday, Thomas' dad.
All right, show him that. Show him that on Friday, and then he'll be fine.
Yep. Now, I know it. Everyone at home watching this better have also said happy birthday, Thomas's dad. If you
All right,
didn't say it-
Comment it.
If you didn't say it, you're an op.
Show your support.
All right.
Show my support.
So the JV game finally ended, and I mean
I need
finally.
to message him. I'm sorry about this.
All right.
Don't leave the call, please.
I'm not gonna.
All right. While Thomas is sideways,
Make this the thumbnail.
the JV game finally ended, and again, we were told to be there at like 5:30, like because I was like, oh, that's when the game's probably going to be over, and the game ended at like 6:45, like an hour and 15 minutes after the estimate. But so it finally ended, and we all got ready to go out. Corey and Tori, who were last year's king and queen, were there, which isn't something we've done before. Which means that if they want to do it next year, they might ask me to come back.
Yeah, you got to
Ooh.
peek.
Yeah, I got to peak in high school,
Mhm.
but
You had to come back like looking totally different, like
Yeah.
a whole beard
Like
and
beard, yeah, shaved head,
so
killer handlebar mustache.
basically all the court members, we all walked out one by one. You know, they announced our names, and we all got in like a line, and then they were like, "This year's homecoming king is Sawyer Fields." And I walked out, and I got this crown, and I've said this, to many people already, but this crown is very tiny for Sawyer's giant head. This thing does not stop falling off my head, and oh boy, was taking pictures with it rough, because it kept falling off. I kept struggling so bad. Not to sound like I'm complaining about winning.
yeah, I
Just
remember.
struggles of being homecoming king.
The struggles of
Dude, I won homecoming king, and they didn't make me a real gold crown.
yeah, it's not
This
it's
stuff
not even like
flashy,
real
dude.
silver, guys.
It didn't pass the diamond test.
I
or
can't
the-
even melt it down and sell the minerals.
I remember I was on the sideline warming up with the football team, and I like overheard the announcement. Sawyer Field is the homecoming king, and I was like, "Oh my god, he actually did it!"
Well,
Yeah.
not like you voted him anyway.
Yeah, you
Dude.
got to vote.
I
Did
was not.
everybody here vote him?
What,
I
Thomas?
voted for him.
Thank you,
I was
I
not
Thomas.
voted
surprised
for
that he
Fields.
They
won.
didn't announce it at the end of the assembly like they were supposed to. That's your guys' fault.
Well,
Sorry.
you should have just
I
Uh,
voted
known.
Max.
Wait, who'd you vote for, Jacob?
I voted Max.
Why?
Oh my god, dude!
Wow.
I'm your
All right,
host.
you know why I voted Max? You know why? You want to know
Why?
why I voted Max?
Why?
Let's hear.
Yeah.
it.
I voted Max because at the first pep assembly, right, not the homecoming one, he led the roller coaster. Am I correct?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he did, and he could not do a backflip. So people were disappointed. He could not do a backflip at the last pep assembly. At this pep assembly, he did 2 backflips, and that shows progress, like true leader should. And that's why I voted for him. And I liked his skit.
That's fair.
I mean,
I actually really like.
But I voted for David Spartner. I don't remember who it was.
Ellie.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I gotta respect that. I gotta respect that. But
I
then,
really did like the skit.
If you had done a backflip, I would have.
my bad. I'll make sure to do it next time I'm on homecoming court.
right.
Good. Congratulations on winning, though.
Oh, thank you so much. And then afterwards, they announced queen, and it was Mackenzie Schaefer, which I was very shocked. I think she definitely deserves it, but normally, it's always been like a pair. Like, oh, you'd assume people vote for like you'd assume if people vote for me, they also vote for Livy, but votes were all over the place. So Mackenzie won, who was Max's partner, and well, that's about it. The game sort of just went on after that.
Do we know the votes?
No, we don't know. The votes aren't released. I mean, obviously,
Oh,
I got the
The
most.
vote was
and-
rigged. I saw multiple people
Mm.
turning in multiple different votes. This
That's not
online
possible.
voting
That's not
thing.
possible.
I
This
voted
online
for
voting
Slayer
thing
like
is
500
stupid.
times, possibly.
Yeah, I actually made 1,000 accounts to vote for myself with. No. Yeah,
I
it's
did do.
I wonder if like any like Bettendorf email could have voted. Just get like an entire elementary school to vote for you.
Oh my god, that'd be
Um,
so smart.
I don't know about that
Oh,
one. They
sure.
have ways to share it to like just the high school students.
Yeah, I know.
There's
Then
like,
you like forward it to the elementary school people.
oh yeah, but there's like filters. Like when you are sharing like the form itself, like you say like who has access to it. There's like they have like lists.
God damn it.
Huh.
And they also ask you what grade you're in. So it's like, why is there 4,000 sophomores this year?
We
I
have a
don't know.
surprisingly large number of juniors. That's a little strange,
They turned out to vote.
bro.
Um,
And then the game happened after that. Which I mean,
Oh my
Ian, do
God.
you have anything you want to say about that?
yes. Did you guys stay for the whole game?
No.
I'm gonna be real. I did not.
Yeah, I didn't figure a lot of people left. Jacob, did you
Dude, this was the first game I didn't stay for the whole thing for, and I kind of feel bad.
you guys missed some? Thomas? Did you stay? You weren't
I
even there,
wasn't
were you?
even
You
there.
weren't even there. I don't even know why I asked. Anyways,
Oh,
so I'm not gonna recap like the whole game. At halftime we were down by 6, but we weren't too worried about it. We came back out there, got the ball back, and scored. And by the last 2 minutes of the game, we're up by 11, meaning that Linmar has to score a touchdown, get a 2-point conversion, and kick a field goal just to tie it. So we're all thinking we had got this game pretty much in the bag. There's 2.5 minutes left on the clock. There's no way in hell Linmar can come back. Linmar's out of timeouts too, so they're kind of just screwed.
yeah.
We kick the kickoff because we just scored, so we kick our kickoff. The Linmar kid recovers the ball and starts running back with it, and he gets laid the fuck out by someone on our team. I don't even know if I want to say who.
Mhm.
He gets laid out, and he doesn't get back up. He ends up being on the ground for over 10 minutes, and they have to call an ambulance to get him.
Damn.
And by this point, everyone takes a knee like on the team out of respect. So we've all been on our knees for like 10 minutes, and everyone thinks this game's over. Linmar's gonna forfeit. This kid is messed up. We don't think they're gonna want to keep playing. But Linmar decides they want to continue the game, and we're like, okay. I don't think they can come back from this, but if they want to keep playing, we'll keep playing. We have 3 minutes, we're told, to warm back up on our own. So I warm up to stand on the sidelines. I do some nice little leg stretches, and
Stuff.
so we're on defense, and Linmar. I honestly think it's just because our team was tired and like felt bad or something. We're not playing 100%, but Linmar throws the ball and scores in like 2 plays.
Mm.
And they go for a 2-point conversion, which they need, and they get it. And at this point on the sidelines, we're all kind of freaking out. We're like, there's no way they can. This is our homecoming game. We want to win this really bad. There's no way in hell Linmar can come back. But that kid that got injured like inspired them or something. And they're lining up for an onside kick. If anyone who doesn't know football, an onside kick means the team who just scored, they normally kick off the ball so the other team could recover it and like run it back. But an onside kick, you kick it as close to your side as you can so your own team can recover it, but it still has to go 10 yards out. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So if Linmar can recover the onside kick, they get the ball back and a chance to tie the game or even win it. If we recover the onside kick, we just kneel the ball a couple times and the game's over. So, game on the line. Linmar kicks the onside kick. It goes right underneath one of our guys, and Linmar recovers it. And now we're like terrified on the sidelines. I'm thinking, there's no way in hell we're gonna lose this game, and we're like locked in on defense. Linmar only makes it like 15 yards before there's 5 seconds left on the clock. Obviously, they have to try to kick a field goal to win it. They're 44 yards away. Their kicker lines up, and the kick was accurate, but he just didn't have enough power. It didn't go far enough. So he ends up missing the field goal, and we win by 3 points.
Hey, and the
That's
kid,
that's eventful.
the kid who got injured is like recovering, right? Or has he recovered?
He's out of the hospital. Yeah,
So
he's
alright, that's
the
good.
next day, our coach told us he was out of the hospital, and most of the stuff they did was like precautionary, so the kid's fine.
Mm.
But celebrating that win, I kind of felt bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like at the end, all the football players will like run by everyone and be like, "Yeah, we did it, guys. That game was too easy." But I didn't even say anything when I ran by. I felt kind of bad.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was hyped that we won, so it was very mixed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. All right. Let's move on to something because I feel like Thomas, we've sort of been like leaving you out a bit here. I feel like it's kind of been a necessity to finish talking about everything that's happened, bro. So let's talk about the dance because you were at the dance, Thomas. I think you went with Ian, correctly? Correctly. What am I saying?
Yes.
Correct. Yeah. So I mean, tell us just about what you guys did on the day of the dance.
Well, we got like 8 people. We went to Pizza Ranch. We got on for basically free, which is pretty awesome.
What do you mean basically free? How's that?
Well, we got Lincoln Brown, who works there, and then his manager was just like, "Yeah, you guys can go in." And then he gave him like $20 bill. The bill would have been like over $200, but it was like 20.
They gave us a party room all to ourselves. It was like this massive room that we only took up a tiny little corner of, and we got, it's Pizza Ranch, so we got unlimited food.
Luxury. You were living it up that night.
Dude, those party rooms are nice. I've
Mhm.
experienced one of many of those.
We were looking it up, but we had like a 40-minute timer because there was another crew coming in.
Yeah, so we kind of got kicked out.
Then we went to I don't remember what it was. We went to like a little park.
Yeah, it's
It
where
was-
we filmed The Bachelor. It's
Oh,
right
yeah.
behind like Splash Landing, where they're like
Yeah.
rebuilding Splash Landing.
And then we
Yeah.
just fucked around for like however long.
Yeah, didn't you guys go down to like the football field or something? I remember seeing like I think it was like Isaiah posting like a pic of you, Ian.
No, we just walked around and Isaiah took some pics of me,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and we took some pics in front of flowers, but it was all still at the same park.
Nice, nice. And you did get into the dance, Ian. You know, you were skeptical about that last episode. You
I
were
did.
there.
So I'm gonna be honest here. I was gonna try to lie my because you're not allowed in if you're failing a class, and
Mhm.
I was failing student council. All right, I didn't.
Was.
I didn't show up to enough meetings, or like I didn't do the whatever it's called, the presentation, because I was at football practice. I was failing student council, not good. So I messaged Jacob. I'm like, Jacob, send me your Minga. I'm gonna Photoshop my face over yours and just pretend those are my grades. Because I don't know if they were gonna like scan my ID or something and be like, oh, you're failing a class. So it would pull up Jacob's grades if they did do that. And then I was also gonna Photoshop, like if they were gonna be like holding up a piece of paper and be like, yeah, you're failing, you can't come in, bud. I was gonna be like, no, my teacher just changed my grade and pull up a Photoshop picture on Canvas.
Oh.
But they didn't even check the grades.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Right. So, and get this, I checked before the dance. I checked an hour before the dance. I had a C in student council, so I wasn't even failing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I didn't even have to cheat
Pretty
or lie my way in.
I technically got in for free, but not for free because I already paid for the damn ticket. But Miss Mahoney just let me in because she trusted me. I didn't have my like physical ticket. I just showed her my ID, and she was like, "That's not enough, but you can go in."
All
I don't
right.
think you'd lie.
Hey, nice.
What a G.
I mean, you bought the ticket, so.
Yeah, it's in my folder.
Oh yeah, that means you still get to keep it because I gave mine away.
Oh, I got to keep mine too.
I didn't keep mine.
Dude, actually,
Here's
to the
mine.
last two. Oh, I have to hang up the new one. Hold up.
Okay.
Oh,
That's what those are.
nice.
Dude, but so yeah, the homecoming dance was all like casino themed, really. I mean, I guess I can't say that. Vegas themed. Thomas, you and whoever else, you all started. What were you even playing at one of the tables?
Blackjack.
Yeah, because at one of the at the tables, like one of the they just decorated the tables at the dance with like just random assortments of like dice and playing cards. and you guys just grabbed a bunch of them and started playing blackjack
Yeah.
mid dance.
We all got so exhausted so quickly, but then I told Declan that if an awesome song were to play next, me and him would have to go to the dance floor. And he's like, "Okay, Thomas, whatever you say." And then Not Like Us started to play, and I was like, he was like, "Fuck." He just groaned and then walked out to the dance floor with me.
We have to. Man,
It was Not Like Us.
Ian,
We
you
had to.
were going crazy during the dance. I'm gonna be
Oh,
real.
yeah, he
you,
was.
your hair was soaked afterwards. You were like, probably. I
Okay.
don't know if I should share that, but like,
No, go for it. I wear that badge with honor.
bro, you were going crazy the whole time, man.
So I should have with Thomas and them, but no, I mean you guys don't really like to dance a whole lot, right?
I wanted to dance a little more, but like again, I had to. They wanted me to wear the crown to the dance, and with that thing falling off my head all the time, I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't want to like even if I was holding it in my hand, I didn't want to start like dancing because I could like totally just like poke someone's eye out with it on accident. Or...
You gotta like duct tape it to your head.
Mhm.
Dude, you could have like given it to someone and been like, "You inherit this like hindrance on my
Heck no,
breakdown ability."
that's my crown.
But so I met up with Armand and David, a couple of guys I met from the football team, and I ended up like dancing with them the whole time because they like did not leave the dance floor, and neither did I. Honestly, I love dancing, and that was probably the best homecoming I went to. The music was great, like the energy on the dance floor was great.
They played Fiend.
They did play Fiend. Oh my god!
They
I
played
actually have
Fiend like 3 times.
I have a story. I have a story from Fiend. So student council has to get their photos taken at the dance right in front of that little thing.
The window to the pool.
The window of the pool. And me and Armand are like checking our phone the whole time, waiting for like the picture time. And eventually we run over to go get our picture taken. And then the beginning everyone knows the beginning, right before they start saying Fiend, like the beat. And they start playing that, and me and Armand like kind of look at each other like, "Come on, take the photo quickly. We want to get back out there." And Miss Mahoney like takes the photo, and me and Armand sprint back out to the dance floor just in time for Fiend.
Is Fiend that good of a song to
Oh my
play
god,
with
that good of a
80
song.
times?
honestly, to keep this on the low, I don't really mess with Fiend that much, but just being able to jump up and down and scream Fiend at the top of your lungs in a crowd full of people makes it so hype.
Right.
Dude, it's just because like you don't know the lyrics to half the songs, or they're not good enough to dance to, and it's like that one has a good enough beat to dance to, and you don't need to know any lyrics, so it's like perfect.
Yeah, you don't even need to like. Yeah, it's like silence the entire time leading up, and then it's like, oh, this is the part I know. Fiend.
Mhm.
Because I don't know any of the lyrics except for that. So the times when it's not just
Song.
saying Fiend, I'm just kind of standing there like moving a little bit, and then Fiend comes on and I start going crazy.
That's what happened with Hot to Go too. When that song was playing, like I don't know any of the lyrics, but like when the main part comes on, I'm like, oh, I know this part. HOTTOG. Like I know that.
Actually,
Dude, Hot to Go was insane. It was awesome.
I really fuck with Hot to Go, so I knew
I do
like the
too.
entire song.
I don't know the entire song, but I fuck with the song.
Yeah, but Sawyer, because me and Armand did the pictures so quick, Sawyer didn't even think I took them. He thought I missed that too. He was like, "Ian, you missed your photos."
Hey, Ian, guess what? Guess what?
What?
Armand and I.
Where to God?
I just
Ian, you just gotta learn grammar, man. It's simple. I know you do have a bit of a debuff in that category, though. So
I do have a bit of a debuff. You're right, Thomas.
just those endless freshman, sophomore, junior years,
What do
just
you mean?
fixing all of your dumb grammar mistakes is awesome.
Dude, I love asking people how to spell simple words. It's the best.
dude, I remember in German class you asked me how to spell like Thursday or something at one point.
Dude, that's a hard word to spell. I don't want to hear it.
Oh, it's a day of the
It's
week.
easier than Wednesday.
I can't even spell it now.
Actually, no, I don't even know how to spell it.
Wednesday.
It's like it's T.
No, it's
Wednesday.
not. Wait, no, it's literally you sound it out.
Let me do it.
Wednesday.
My calendar's right behind me, so actually I could cheat, but
No, don't cheat.
it's TH. Is it UE?
Nah,
No.
you got it wrong.
Oh,
Just gonna have the abbreviation.
URS. Then day. My bad.
Yeah, like how it
Where'd
sounds.
you get the E from, Ian?
I don't know. I just pictured Thursday, and I was picturing Tuesday in my head.
Thursday.
Thursday.
I was picturing Tuesday in my head. Actually, I mixed up
So
Thursday and
at the
Tuesday a
dance,
lot.
Yeah.
at the dance, I noticed that David you were what, at like the back of the gym towards the lobby gym for a majority of the dance, and then Ian, you were deep in the trenches next to the DJ table. I think it's like a scale. It kind of goes from nobody's dancing to Ass Shake Central down there. Where did you
Yeah.
guys all, Sawyer and Thomas? Where did you guys
Where
hang
were you
out?
guys in the
Dude, I
scale?
I
was
was moving all
wandering all
around.
over the place. I was just wandering every group of people I could find.
Me too, dude. That's
I
what I
circled
love. I like
around.
trying to just find everybody.
Yeah.
When it was playing Love
I
Sosa, I was
like
right
dances.
next to the DJ. Then when it was like playing Gangnam Style, like in the middle.
Dude,
And
like,
then
yeah,
when
it all
Pedro
depended.
started,
Yeah, right. What, Thomas?
Yeah.
Gangnam Style was great.
Oh,
when Pedro started dancing, we all had to just gang around
Was
Pedro
Gangnam
because he
Style at the
just
start?
opened it. No, it was at the like near the
What?
end.
I might have left. It might have started right after I left. Cause
Could've.
like it
Dude,
depending
you
on
left
what,
out like the best part too.
dude.
You're the king.
I know. Why did you stay the whole
I'm
time?
mad with you.
Dude, I got places to be. Dude, I was sick still. I've been sick since Fill the Truck, which was like over 2 weeks ago during our game against West.
Seeing the crowd diminish
I don't know, I
slowly
believe that.
was so sad.
Yeah.
Just dispersing.
No,
Jacob,
Yeah.
when you said Ass Shake Central, that was so funny because
That's where you were hanging out, brother. I saw.
I was actually shaking my ass to one of Sexy Red's songs.
bro.
Of course you were.
Dude, Jacob, with what you said about like what like the scale, it honestly depended on what song was playing. Like, bro, when Not Like Us was playing, that's when I was in Ass Shake Central. Okay, but
That's what I'm saying. When the like intense songs go, I go to the deep ends and try to get Astro Worlded. And then when the lame songs are going, I'm like, nobody's been dancing. Who cares?
The world's crazy.
yeah, the lame
Dude,
songs were
Jacob-
when I went in and started playing more blackjack with Thomas and them.
I remember just turning around and seeing Jacob like jumping up and down with like just some group of like random like juniors and sophomores, and he comes over to me. He's like, "I don't know these kids, but I just started jumping with them." I'm like,
That's
I
what
did that like
bro,
5
you did.
times.
You did."
Oh my god, there's some I know some sophomores from Cell Crew, and some of them like some of their friends know me, but I don't really know their friends. So there's some random sophomores that came up to me that like knew me, but I like didn't know them. But they were just dancing with me like the whole time, and
Ian, you're a very inspirational figure. You know
Thank
that.
thank you.
Dude, I actually
Less
kind
so
of
than
I
Sawyer
do
Field right here.
vaguely
What was that, Jacob?
feel what? Nothing. Well, hold on. What?
We're
What'd you
falling
say, Thomas?
apart. No.
No.
Damn it,
No, what'd he say? What'd he say? I want to hear it.
Restart.
Yeah, I think we should restart again.
Uh-oh.
Are we keeping that first part in?
Yeah,
All right.
for sure.
All right. No, I was gonna say I do kind of know those sophomores. I see one of those sophomore kids in the hallways, and every day he's like, "You look just like this kid I know." And the reason he called me up at the dance was he was like, "Oh, there's this kid. We got to get a picture together. This kid looks nothing like me. This has happened to be many a time. I'm not sure. I think he was at least 3 feet taller than me. But these kids come up to me today when I'm coming back in from lunchtime, and they're like, "Hey, Colin." That's what they call me because that's what that kid's name is. And he's like, "Would you rather get cancer or pegged by a dude?"
What?
And I was like, "That's a good question."
And
And
now you're asking us
I
on
don't
the
know.
podcast.
I thought I had an intellectual conversation with them. I was like, "Well, I would rather get cancer than AIDS. Therefore, I would like cancer."
Okay, sure, man.
Okay.
Go on.
Whatever you say.
Did they? You know what? No, I'm not pursuing that question.
I wasn't even listening.
No,
I told my
It
kid-
doesn't
no, we're
matter.
good. All right, so yeah, with the thing of like, like younger kids like calling you someone else. That happened to me sophomore year. Like sophomore year, there was a bunch of freshmen who kept calling me Seth because they were like, I guess I'm just gonna air out his name. They were like, oh yeah, there's this guy named Seth in our grade who's like, you look just like him. And at the homecoming dance sophomore year, they were like, hey, this is Seth. And my first words were, look nothing like that guy.
We
Wait,
gotta play into it, dude.
I think I kind of know Seth. I think so.
I don't know. He's a junior now, so
Does he have like dark hair?
No, he's
Kinda like
blonde.
yours,
Well, I
never
mean, if
mind.
Ian's
they
in
say he
bonus
looks
side.
like me, I mean, he has a
Yeah.
perm now, so not
Oh,
really like me anymore.
Wait, guys, sorry to side topic here. Some dude named Chance the Napper just added me on Snap.
No, 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 no,
He
no,
added me
no,
too.
no.
He
Who's
added
that?
me too. Earlier in
He
the
took a picture with
podcast,
me
like,
after.
he's been texting me. He's been texting me. He's like, "What can I do to get on the
I got a
podcast?"
notification.
No.
He's like, Sawyer
Oh,
will
looky
not
here, he
let
added
me
me
on the
too.
podcast.
No, guys.
He's asking me.
He's desperate.
Everybody,
If
dude.
we keep talking
Dude.
about him, he'll
Dude,
ask
I was
more.
the first.
There he is, Chance the Napper.
No, do not.
I
add-
just added him.
Except
I was the first person in the dance. He was the second person in the dance. He chased me down like a hound and took my picture. Took a picture with me. He was like,
Oh,
that's
"He
right.
used this
He
as
did the same thing
blackmail."
to me. He
We
did,
are
I was
not-
the first one in. I was the first one in line, and
He made me hold a guitar.
first ones in line, and he was like, "Oh my god, you're the guy from the podcast. I need a picture so Sawyer will put me on."
Yeah, he wants to be on so bad.
Dude, he's gonna come up to us tomorrow.
on Minga. You know how on Minga? Did I interrupt someone? My like.
No,
No.
I
No,
did just
no.
realize that he's gonna
That'd be
see
good.
this.
Yeah, that's what, dude. On Minga, like they have like posts now that the school posts, and you can actually leave comments on them. On the post the school made, that was just like, "Happy homecoming week, everyone. Here are the events for this week." He commented under it, and for the whole school to see. Yo, can someone let me on Sawyer Fields' podcast?
He just
Oh
sent me
my
the picture he took of me holding the guitar.
Dude, that
What a
sorry
looker.
ass guitar.
That's a badass guitar.
I was like, I don't know how to play guitar. Why do you, bro? I'm sweaty. This is before the dance started. I'm
Are you
shining.
sweaty? I want to.
I don't
If
understand.
I saved a pic of me being all sweaty.
I just remember seeing your sopping wet hair, Ian. You're like
Dude, my hair's
dancing
like the
around.
first thing to sweat. I have sweaty hair.
Did you guys get in the middle of any like small dance circles?
No.
I was
I was
on
in
the
the center.
edge watching.
I was in the
Pedro
center at
break
one
it
point.
down.
Everyone had to watch Pedro break it down. If you didn't,
It's
then
like-
you
That's
weren't
like
even
a
at the
tradition.
dance.
It's an annual event.
Well, Sawyer, you were on the sidelines because you picked me up. Remember when I fell?
Oh
When I was
yeah,
breaking it down
yeah.
in the middle, and I fell on my back.
I was like, "Hey, get up, man, get up, get up."
That was almost. That was like 50% I actually fell, and 50% I didn't know what else to do. So I just acted like I was gonna do something really cool, and then I just fell down and had you pick me up.
Yeah. Anyways, I mean that's homecoming basically. That's about all there is to it, I think. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, David and I, we were in a group. We went to Top Golf. That was pretty neat.
Yeah,
Oh my god, I actually got so jealous.
dude, it was pretty fun.
Because why wasn't I invited to that? I went nowhere before
I should have
homecoming.
just slid to Top Golf.
Wait,
Wow, Ian.
No, this
what-
was after we had Pizza Ranch.
why weren't you in our group?
I don't know. I think
Oh,
Robert like was gonna invite me
well-
at first, and then he just like had too many people
No,
because there was like
so,
8 people.
so Robert was getting this group together, and I love Robert, and he's so kind, and he was like, okay, so it's just gonna be me, you, which he's talking me. He's like, me, it'll be me, you, and Matthew Pearson. I'm like, all right, cool, and he's like, yeah, we can go to Iron Tea. I'm like, that sounds great. And then he's like, I'm not gonna invite anyone else. And then the day after that, he's like, okay, so actually, I invited Sawyer, I invited Corbin, I invited Connor. And I'm like, oh my gosh, dude. I thought you said you wanted to keep it small. And so, yeah, that's
Mm.
probably why you weren't invited. Sorry.
Yeah, dude. And then Connor invited me to his little like after party.
Oh, yeah, Connor Brooks.
Yeah, and
Oh.
I thought Jacob was coming, so I messaged him, "Are you coming to Connor's?" And he was like, "Connor."
Dude, my phone before that, I think it was the same minute. I wake up the next morning after you asked me that, and I check my text logs, and it says that I sent you at like 10:58. Please text me. This ominous text. It says, "Please text me."
Yeah,
Period.
I didn't even see it.
And I
Dude,
woke up
smart.
that morning and I was like, "What? I did not send that."
Dude, I didn't even
And then he
see it
says,
because
"Are
I
you
was
sliding to
completely
Connors?" Yeah, dude. So I was at home. I had unwound, taken off all my dress clothes,
Mhm.
and you sent me, "You sliding to Connors?" And I thought this was some big football party. So I was like, "Who? Which?" There's like 5 Connors. I was a little scared. of this Connor fellow, but that was Connor Brooks.
Yes.
Hell no,
Yeah,
bro.
when you did say
Did you
who's
slide
Connor,
to
I was like,
Connors?
I wonder if he thinks I'm talking about like Connor Mack.
That's what I was hoping. I was like, hey, at least I can say I got invited to a cool party and didn't go.
Dude, what was
Did
it?
you go to Connors?
I did go to Connor's, and he had a hot tub, and we were chilling in the hot tub. But I was so hot after the dance, I didn't even want to be in the hot tub. So I like just kind of dipped my
Should
feet
have
in.
gone. Should have slid.
You
Yeah,
know you
I-
have like free will, right?
I know. I just dipped my feet in. Thomas.
Yeah, I was invited too. I did not go because I was trying to get some sleep. 'cause
Sawyer
I had to
Fields
be-
was invited too, and he didn't go. He's not even here right now.
Dude,
There
I
he
am
is.
here. I'm
Yeah,
listening.
when
I
the
didn't
King
go.
Sawyer Fields told me that he was not going to Connor Brooks' house, I kind of didn't want to go either.
I had to go
So-
home and make an Instagram post.
I
Oh,
crafted
for-
mine up the
I
next
would've been
morning.
Dude,
Connors.
my Instagram post was the first one out, dude.
Yeah,
Out of all
mine was
people
the
that I had
second one out,
added.
pal. So don't even with me.
Yeah, but mine was the coolest.
No, it wasn't. You only had 8 pictures. Mine had
Yeah.
mine had a picture
Oh.
of Isaiah Martinez with a chicken sandwich, buddy. Go
I'm
let my
sorry.
Dude, I
I'm
don't have
sorry
any
that
of
I
the
picked that eight of
12
the best
that were
pictures.
taken of me that night.
My mom said I looked handsome.
Yeah, and
I bet
Whatever
my
she
mom
says.
didn't say that you looked handsome.
I bet she did.
Hey, can we discuss the picture of the 4 of us and Jerry? Because
Yeah.
I was bothered by that.
Why?
The behind the
What
scenes in
part
that
of it were you
picture.
bothered by?
Alright, just inspect this photo. That won't
Okay.
load.
Is it because your hands
Yeah.
aren't on me?
No. No. So you're all holding I say, alright, let's get a photo. All of us together. You're holding Sawyer Fields in your arms, so I can be under him, holding him up with all my might.
Mm-hmm.
And that didn't happen because this is I don't know, pull up the photo on your own phone or something, but this is the worst hold I've ever seen in my life. He is sagging so far, that's
Yeah,
not
I
gonna
was
load.
kinda Ian was
Oh,
not pulling his weight, I'm gonna be real.
you are-
Yeah, I
Dude,
was
I don't
holding
know
Sawyer
which
pretty
one of
high
you.
too.
I tried.
It's looking
man.
like Ian yeah,
I
it's
was
looking like
trying.
Ian is not
Okay.
holding up his own weight.
We can just blame Ian
Dude,
on
it
it.
all on
I'm
Jerry.
not that fat, okay? You
That's not
you
fair.
can probably deadlift 2 of me.
How much do you weigh?
I weigh
Really
like, I
did
weigh
the
like
picture, though.
145.
I can't deadlift.
Couldn't get on you brother. Dude.
Man,
Alright, that's all I'm gonna say about that picture.
was my crown that heavy? Dude.
Sure.
All right, so
It's all
I guess
good.
to wrap the homecoming bit
The
up,
weight of
which
the world.
man, we were talking about this longer than I thought we would, but you know
Mhm.
we've got a little more I want to talk about. What would you guys rate homecoming out of 10 this year?
8.
It was a good 9 at least.
I was
I-
gonna say
Nine.
It was real
9.
good.
I was gonna say
I'm
9,
gonna say
9 out
nine.
of 10. Too much Paul Blart.
Not enough Paul Blart,
No.
actually.
Thomas.
Yeah, we should have had like a whole movie night watching all of them, all the Paul Blart movies in a row.
I would have made it.
How
10.
many are there?
I don't know,
Yeah.
more at least 2, at least 2.
I want to say like 3.
Yeah,
I wish there
No,
was a
there's not
third
a
one.
third
There
one.
needs to be a third one.
is
I
there-
Paul
really
Blart.
They need to make it. It's been 10 years, Paul. It's been 9
Blart.
years.
Has it been?
It has, because it was 2014.
Oh wow.
That was the last good year, I think. I
dude.
guess.
These homecoming
Or
conversations.
the absence of Paul.
This episode really is just like a part 2 of last episode because we've been
Mhm.
going for an hour already.
We haven't
Yeah.
even like talked
You know
about
what
Thomas.
song
yet.
they didn't play? You know
What?
what song they didn't play at homecoming? They did not play the new Mozart drop that just released.
Oh my god,
I
I
listened
heard
to
of
it.
that.
I listened to it, and I gotta say, it's not his best work.
Maybe that's why it was
It's
never
kind of
released.
just okay.
Yeah, because
No,
then
no,
they
no,
find like
dude.
unreleased Mozart pieces that like he never
Mm-hmm.
They
published.
found some Mozart in the back of some old library. He was real polite about it. He put, a Spotify code to his new song
Yeah.
and a gift card to 3 months of premium. And I listened to it. I would say it's not very grand like his other pieces. It's like one violin playing the whole time, and it's kind of sad. I don't know. This is how he goes out.
Mm.
I'm not liking it. Did you guys listen to it?
I have not.
I
listened.
did
listened to a
not.
bit of
It's the
it.
worst.
I listened to a little part of it, and I was underwhelmed, to say
That's
the
what I'm
least.
saying.
All right, that's a wrap on homecoming, everyone. Ah, man, we really have just like skipped out on a lot of questions just towards Thomas, man. I mean, how are you? Have you been enjoying senior year, man? Other than homecoming, obviously.
Well, every class is pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
Second block's easy. Third block's hard. Fourth block's easy.
What do you got?
I got
That's what it's all about.
computer
Wait, second block?
science. I don't even know what it's like Comp 2 AP literature or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then gym. So
Hey, gym's a hard class.
gym is pretty hard. That's my hardest class right now.
Yeah,
I think Isaiah's failing gym right now.
How?
just
He
missing.
didn't swim.
Oh,
Oh, they already did the swim unit.
Yeah. He has
Dude,
errands
you're
or
taking
whatever.
AP Lit?
I don't know what it's called. It's like I think it's like Lit 101. AP Comp 2. As like a slash directly in the middle of those two.
I've heard that's a rough Lit. No, I don't know.
It is rough, actually. We had an in-class essay today on a Wednesday.
nice.
Oh.
What was it about?
Not much class
No.
to in.
The book that we've been reading.
All right, what's the book you've been reading, guy?
It's like a play. It's about domestic abuse.
Oh, I heard people talking about that in my advisory.
Ooh, I like that.
Jacob.
What's it up? What's going on?
And like,
Whose side are you on?
well,
Not
the
yours.
domestic abuser is an asshole, but then
You heard it here.
his wife is like the most morally correct person, but the main like conflict is between a domestic abuser and a convicted
And
so it's like
Pick your poison.
I can't vouch for anybody because they're both fucking horrible.
what is the purpose of reading this book? What are you learning from it?
Domestic abuse. I don't know.
And how it's
good.
bad?
Yeah.
That's a good lesson. That's interesting. No, I was hearing people talking about that in my advisory, and I was hearing some crazy stuff. I was like, no way this has to do with school. Man.
It was pretty good actually. I liked it quite a bit. Oh yeah, at the end, the domestic abuser. So
Type shit.
it all comes around.
I suppose so. I suppose so. Dude, that is wild. That
What goes around comes around.
Basically, yeah.
Oh man, dude, I gotta say I am so tuckered out just from homecoming week in general.
Yes.
It was
It was
exhausting.
very rough week.
When
Dude, I came home.
you
I
had
came home to
like
complain
5
about it.
days.
I came home to like complain about it to my mom. Be like, man, I had such a hard week of like nonstop work, and my mom's like, yeah, I've worked like 12 hours the last like 5 days. I don't want to hear it.
Wait,
12 hours?
in
That's
5 days?
I don't know.
That's
She
nothing.
worked a bunch, and and she was like, you didn't actually do any work. You just like had fun in the parade and like, other stuff. I was like, oh, I mean, I guess you're right.
I mean, it was hot outside,
it was very hot.
quite toasty.
Probably because Ian was outside.
Yeah.
He just like raised the temperature by like 20 degrees for some reason.
Thomas, are you working anywhere?
Nope.
Are you looking anywhere?
I was and then I wasn't and then I was.
Come work at the Betplex.
I was thinking, doesn't Anthony like absolutely despise that job now?
It's because we're overstaffed, but a bunch of people just quit. So maybe
Then
Overstaffed? And we're not overstaffed. We're just under customered.
It's a crazy way to
true.
put it.
I get,
We
yeah,
haven't
that
very
is true.
really under customered is accurate.
But yeah, half the team just quit, so there's spots.
Yeah,
Put me in your
there's-
resume, I'll get $200 in 3 months.
Put me in your resume. I want $200 more.
You want more than $200?
I want $200 more than Jacob
You
does.
greedy guy. You greedy little guy.
Wow.
I never got mine
I
from
knew-
Anthony, so I'm deserved.
I knew you were greedy, Ian. I just didn't know you were this greedy. It's kind of a whole new level.
All right.
a whole new level of greed.
I think we might just be getting close to wrapping up this episode. I feel.
I agree.
Why we didn't talk about that one thing that Sawyer really wanted to talk about?
We'll save it for another time. Again, I guess I just got closed with this question, Thomas. I mean, if you're just thinking about back throughout all of high school, just what's your favorite memory? What's your favorite part about high school, man? What have you liked the most?
All my friends, like
That's a
Ian
good answer.
Chandler, Sawyer Fields,
And these
Jacob
others.
Summers, David Ball. I don't know. All you guys are pretty awesome.
Man,
Thanks.
I love that. I love that. I think that's gonna wrap us up right there.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yay.
Thank you all for listening. Thank you, Thomas Casey, for coming on here
Yes.
talking about homecoming with us. I think we all had a great time during all that. Shout out to all the student council members who made all of that possible, because like a lot of the
Right.
work they do doesn't really go, it goes unnoticed. So
Yeah, definitely.
thank you everyone for listening to this episode. Goodbye. Bye everyone. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.